Hello, Andres.
Hello, Hugo.
Okay, hello, everyone. Welcome to Watcheando Movies. Yay.
Hey.
This is the first time we're alone.
Yeah, we do not have Jasmine today.
No. Should we say why?
Is there a reason why? She didn't watch this movie.
Yeah, she didn't watch this movie.
That's about it.
Yeah, we usually have another co-host, right? She's out. That was in my notes. And then I think I said, I'll just figure it out. The rest. So yeah, the premise of the podcast is usually that I'm showing Jasmine a movie, or you and me are showing Jasmine a movie, and it's never really anything other than that, and that sort of like presentation of it,
Right.
So I guess we're doing something different this episode, where we're both going to be watching a movie that we've seen before. And a movie that we both like. That was what we talked about. Okay, so with all that out of the way, Andres, that was really breathy. Andres, what movie are we watching today?
We're watching Nightcrawler.
I'm looking for a job. In fact, I've made up my mind to find a career that I can learn and grow into. Who am I? I'm a hard worker. I set high goals, and I've been told that I'm persistent.
And I'm thinking, the television news might just be something I love, as well as something I happen to be good at.
Now, I know that today's work culture no longer caters to the job loyalty that could be promised to earlier generations. What I believe is that good things come to those who work their asses off. And that good people who reached the top of the mountain didn't just fall there. My motto is, if you want to win the lottery, you have to make the money to buy a ticket. You have to make the money to buy a ticket. You have to make the money to buy a ticket. You have to make the money to buy a ticket. You have to make the money to buy a ticket!
Spoilers, of course. All right, so Nightcrawler is written and directed by Dan Gilroy, who did... He was a writer first. He did a movie called The Bourne Legacy. I don't know if you've ever seen those movies.
I haven't seen them.
Yeah, he wrote the screenplay for that with his brother. He also came up with the story for Kong Skull Island and
cool.
Real Steel. You know Real Steel?
That sounds familiar.
It's with Hugh Jackman, and it's like robots that are like fighting each other.
I've never seen it, but yeah, I know what it is.
Yeah. And he's also directed 2 other movies. This was his directorial debut. But he directed a movie called Roman J. Israel Esquire with Denzel Washington. Do you remember? Do you have any recollection of that movie?
No.
Not well received, but Denzel got nominated for an Academy Award for his performance in it. And Velvet Buzzsaw with Jake Gyllenhaal that came out last year. Again, not very well received either.
I don't think I even heard of that one.
Yeah. It stars Jake Gyllenhaal and Rene Russo and Riz Ahmed. You know Riz Ahmed, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. He's a Star Wars guy. No one knew him from this before this. It was like his first, what's it called? Breakout role?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like him in this.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool.
Great accent work. You wouldn't even think he was British. It premiered at the 2014 Toronto International Film Festival on September 5th. Hold up, I don't understand my notes right here. Hold up. I remember okay, I took these notes a long time ago. I remember the release schedule was sort of like all over the place, where it was originally supposed to come out at some point. I don't know. I think it came out like in October or something. Anyways, $47 million worldwide on a budget of $8.5 million. At the 87th Academy Awards, it was nominated for Best Original Screenplay, which lost to Birdman. At the 76 on the 70, what is that? 77? Wait, 72, 72nd? Okay,
Yeah, 72nd.
At the 72nd Golden Globes, it was nominated for Best Actor in a Motion Picture Drama for Jake Gyllenhaal. At the BAFTAs, you know the BAFTAs?
No.
It's
Do I?
a British, it's the British Academy Film Awards. Film and TV Awards. There we go. Yeah. So it was nominated for. It's like their Oscars, basically. Actor in a leading role, actress in a supporting role for Rene Russo, best editing and best original screenplay. It has a 95% Rotten Tomato score, an 85% audience score. Here's the consensus. It says restless, visually sleek, and powered by a little star performance from Jake Gyllenhaal. A little one? A lithe performance. I don't know what that means. Nightcrawler offers dark, thought-provoking thrills. I want to talk real quick. Oops, sorry, excuse me. So, when did you watch this movie? I didn't know you watched this movie. It was like very surprising when you chose it. I'm like, oh.
I watched this movie, I think, when the year it came out. Not in theaters, but I remember seeing trailers for it and thinking, hey, that looks neat. And then as soon as I could pirate it, I pirated it.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. And that was before you were into movies, right?
Yeah. I don't know why this one caught my eye, but it just did. And back then, like, as soon as I saw it, I was like, wow, that was pretty awesome.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah. I was 15 when this came out.
Nice.
Oh, God. Oh, a long time ago. I was already film buff by then. So I was like, I have to watch this. It's like required, I guess. And I rented it on Redbox. I saw it with my mom. Yeah. And I liked it. I liked it the first time I watched it. I didn't love it the first time I watched it. I don't love this movie.
All right.
When did you first watch that? Yeah. What was it about it? Do you remember what it was that caught your eye?
No, because I don't even remember how the trailer is. I haven't seen it.
Yeah.
So I don't know what about it was just like, I gotta see it.
It was Jake Gyllenhaal skinny, and you're like, I gotta see that. Yeah.
I don't know.
And then, why did you choose this? That's another question right here. Why did you choose this movie?
So like I told you, originally I wanted to pick Blue Ruin.
Yeah.
But I looked for it, I'm pretty sure on Hulu and Netflix. Didn't see it on those two, so I was like, oh, it's not on the streaming site. You can't watch it. Is it?
Yeah, it's on Netflix. Yeah.
Ah, man. I swear I didn't see it in there. So I was like, oh, well, let's see what else we find. And then I saw this one was trending at the time. And I was like, hey, I like this movie.
Yeah.
There it is.
Is this the first time you've watched it since then?
I don't think so. I think this might be the third time I've ever seen it.
Yeah. I think it might be too. I think it was on Netflix a while back too. Yeah. Oh, well, the next one. Okay, here we go. So the first time you said you really liked it, right?
Yeah.
Has your opinion changed on this rewatch?
I think I like it more.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
You wanna go?
Like, so originally I just liked it because I thought it was a cool story.
Mm.
But this time around, I was appreciating more of the
craftsmanship.
Yeah. And I saw things that I didn't notice the first time watching it, and it was just like, hey, that's cool, that's neat, I like this.
Yeah.
It's very eye pleasing.
Yeah.
Nice eye candy stuff.
Oh.
A lot of nice shots.
Speaking of which, the cinematographer for this, he did There Will Be Blood as well. So, yeah, that probably explains it.
Yeah.
I didn't like this movie. I didn't like it as much this time watching it. I think this is like the third time I watched it too. And back when the first time I watched it, I wasn't like, I couldn't tell filmmaking elements. Like I wasn't doing that stuff yet.
Yeah.
With the whole camera movements and the editing and the blah, blah, blah. So yeah, it was interesting watching it this time with that in mind and like noticing that stuff as well. Like, with the opening sequence, like I never like really paid attention to that stuff, but it's like, oh wow, look at that mood setting stuff. It's just like shots in the night and the guitar riff. Yeah.
Because originally I just thought it was a cool story the first time I watched it, because that's all I used to notice of movies was the writing and like the story. Yeah,
that's all. I think that's what most people notice. Yeah. When you're not into it. Yeah.
Let's jump into favorite scenes first.
All right. So you want to go first?
All right, let me see what I wrote down because I don't remember what my favorite scene was.
All right. Yeah, we watched this like a week ago.
Yeah, we were planning on recording last week, but I had car issues,
Yeah.
so it's not very fresh in my mind.
And our internet sucks, so we can't really do Zoom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So let's see. All right. Favorite scene: Lou and Rick follow the killers into the restaurant and start filming as the cops show up.
Oh, God. Oh, God.
The scene feels, man, I can't read my handwriting right now. The scene feels very tense, and the music is very ominous. We know something bad is about to happen. My hands were sweating a lot during this scene.
Hold up. Is that? I don't know why, but I connected that with why you couldn't read it. I'm like, think your hands were sweating.
Maybe.
Why you were writing it?
that might be it.
Right.
A lot of the scene is out of focus, and we can only see what's happening through the little screen on the cameras that they're holding because they're recording everything.
Yeah.
And I just thought it was really neat. It was really cool, and the music is super intense in this. The music's super intense in the whole movie, like during a lot of these awesome scenes. But this was the one where my hands were like sweating. I was super tensed up during it. It was great.
Yeah. I like. I don't know, cause the scene that I was gonna. I had a hard time choosing one. Where I was gonna choose the one after that, where it's like the car chase.
Yeah.
And it's like a big spectacle. I think I'm gonna go with when he goes into the house of the victims.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That one's also really good.
Where,
the music's also really great in that
Yeah.
one. Yeah.
And then he sees the people that murdered them, and and it's like really like he's doing something wrong.
Yeah.
And it's a good callback to when he first did that, when he first broke into a house to record,
Yeah.
Yeah. I like that. I like that a lot. Is there there's another scene where he sees like a car accident, and then like he moves a body, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And there's like that guitar riff playing. Does that guitar riff play all the time? Like every time he's doing something wrong?
I think so.
Yeah, I wonder what that means.
so.
I wonder. Because it feels very like dad rockish.
Yeah.
So it's like I wonder why that music is. Maybe it makes you sick.
Or he's just, he's feeling like a rock star in this moment.
Oh, there you go. That's
He's,
a good.
He's setting these things up to make himself
Yeah.
get up in the world.
Yeah.
I guess. Yeah.
And he's in his element.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that what did you notice? Did you notice what? God, my notes are a mess. Yeah, what did you notice? I think that's the next thing that we talk about.
All right. So, I think this will go under cinematography.
Cinematography.
That's the word, man.
Yeah.
And when every time we see Lou watching the news in his little apartment, it's a very dark room, and we see the light from the window, and we see that the sun is rising, so it's like very low light, and it's very nice shade of blue.
Yeah.
And huge portions of the scene are completely dark, and we see just the window. There's a little his little laptop at the left, and then at the right there's a lamp right where Lou is, and those are the only pits of light.
Right. Why? Yeah.
I think it kind of shows Lou as, I don't want to say subhuman, but kind of like a cockroach type situation.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Like that's the feeling I get with this type of lighting.
Where he's like attracted to one source of light or something like that.
Yeah.
Like a moth.
Like and he's like hunched over as he's
Yeah.
watching TV. Like he looks a little.
And he doesn't blink.
Yeah. He's like a bug man. Yeah, it's perfect. What else did I write about that? No, that's about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You said something about like the sun coming up.
Yeah, because he's watching the morning news.
Yeah.
So you can tell the sun's rising, and there's a lot of shots where it's very clear the sun is either rising or setting, because most of the scenes are set like at nighttime.
Yeah.
And like right before we get to them, they show like shots of the city as the sun's setting, which is nice. They look very very pretty.
Yeah. Maybe that's like supposed to be like the contrast of the city at night versus
Yeah.
city in the day. Yeah. 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 Do you have anything else?
Let's see what else I wrote. The thing about the city, I wrote that down. Nice. And the score. A lot of the soundtrack I feel feels very ominous. It's great.
Except for that guitar riff.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's great though, you know.
It's a great soundtrack. I liked it a lot.
Yeah.
It really adds a lot of cool things to it.
Have you ever seen Drive?
No.
No.
But I have it.
Oh yeah, you do own it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's I wouldn't say it's completely similar, but I think I got like a similar vibe in terms of like he's driving a car.
Yeah, I hear you. He's driving a
Okay.
car, and the guy from Drive is supposed to be this really cool, calm, collected guy, right? Like,
Mhm.
like I haven't seen it, but I see a lot of memes about it because there's a lot of film boys, I guess. I don't know what the word I'm looking for.
Film bros.
Film bros
Yeah.
who like look up to this guy, and they're like, "That's me, bro."
That's me, bro. I'm
So
a
that's
sociopath.
So that's what I know about that movie is that people like to think they're that guy.
Yeah. They're not.
But they think they
Yeah.
are.
Maybe we'll watch that one day. It's a pretty good movie.
Nice.
Yeah. There's like that sort of synth-ish vibe. Would you say this is synth? I can't remember.
I
It's
think
kinda
I
synth-ish,
think
right?
so. I remember it feeling because when I associate synth mostly with horror, and there's a lot of horror tones to the music in this. You can tell a lot of bad stuff's happening, especially in that one time when he goes into the house with all the murder victims. Like, it's a horrifying scene, and the music fits it very well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that I think there's. Do you think it's hard because of what we're watching, or because he might get caught? And that's like that sort of tension of, you know, are we rooting for him to get away with it?
You know, I think it's more of it's horror because we're watching this monster.
Right. Does monster do his thing? Basically.
Yeah.
Like if this was a serial killer, this is his time killing a teenager or whatever.
But instead, it's just what is he, like a sociopath? I don't know the difference between those words. But
He doesn't feel emotions, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
And he's like very aware how people think, though. Like he knows how to manipulate the what's her name?
Rene Russo.
Yeah.
I don't know her name, the character name, but
I wrote it down. I like to write characters' names so I don't forget them.
she's married to Dan Gilroy, actually.
Nina is the character's name. Yeah, like he really knows how to get in her head. He knows exactly what to say. It's cool things. I mean, not cool things. It's awful. He's a bad guy.
Like,
but it's really like
Yeah.
interesting to see. I like his character a lot.
Yeah, like he's able to manipulate someone like her with saying the right stuff and the way, and he can say different stuff for like Riz Ahmed.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's very, that's a very cool character trait to have in that sort of yeah. Did you have anything else, or do you just want to?
Those are all the notes I wrote.
Nice.
Yeah, I did not write a lot for this, so
let's just go down the list.
yeah, let's.
Well, writing, right? We already, writing.
Yeah.
What do you think about this? Do you think it's like, so at the time that this came out, I feel like a lot of people were like, oh, this is like super dark and fucked up and stuff. And looking at it now, it's like, is it that fucked up? I don't know.
I don't think it's that fucked up. I think it's just this perspective that I myself, at least, have not seen a lot of other movies explore, where it's like, yeah, the things he's doing are absolutely horrifying, but it's not a serial killer. It's like this different level of fucked up that hasn't been explored a lot of times.
Right. Sort of like, well, obviously there's like some people read it as a critique on capitalism and media and capitalism,
Yeah.
where you have to go into basically exploitation in order to make money, and like people like him who are sociopaths.
Yeah.
I think that's the word we're sticking with. I'm not sure if that's offensive to anyone. But it's yeah, they're the ones that like are able to sort of thrive in this horrible line of work.
Yeah.
Yeah, because apparently a lot of CEOs are, sociopaths.
I think you gotta be.
Yeah,
Like,
in order to like climb the tower.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
You gotta,
That's
like,
just the way things are set up.
Backstab a lot of people.
Yeah. Step on everyone.
Yeah, and then like be willing to murder someone. By the way, that's like the most shocking scene, right? That's
Yeah.
like the worst thing that he does.
Yeah.
Is he purposely kills him for not just for the media thing, but just because he was like
Talking back.
Yeah, and asking for more
rebelling,
money.
Yeah.
He's like, I knew, I could see it, that you were gonna manipulate me again, because that's what I would have done. Damn, I just don't know why that guy didn't shoot Jake Gyllenhaal. like why did he just like let him go?
Yeah. I don't know.
Is this shown like is he kind of passed out, or I have no idea.
No, I don't think they show it.
Maybe he's just racist.
Well, the guy himself is something. They're Hispanic, right?
Oh
The
yeah,
shooter?
yeah. I mean, they could still be racist.
Yeah, they still can be. Yeah, that is true.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Okay. So yeah. I think it's not that. Do you think this is like a weirdly written movie, or do you think it's like kind of traditional?
I think it feels pretty traditional.
Yeah.
If this guy wasn't, a bad guy, this is very much just an American story of
American Dream.
the American dream.
Yeah, that's what
He's working hard to
Yeah.
achieve his goals.
Yeah. I think that's the case too, and I think in my mind, the way people were talking about this movie, I was expecting something like completely wildly different, but it's like a pretty like straightforward movie in the way that it's written, and it makes sense because the guy who wrote it is an old guy. He's like part of that whole Hollywood machine. So this is like
Stick with traditions.
Yeah. It's just that I think it just happens that he chose this subject matter that's probably like a little edgy. Even then, I feel like it's not that edgy.
Yeah, overall, I don't think it's one of the darkest things someone can explore. They could have definitely done worse.
I think some people consider this like one of the best movies of the 2010s. Do you think? Do you have any opinions on that?
I like it a lot.
You wouldn't put it on?
Maybe. I don't.
If you like think about it.
Yeah. I would have to see what movies I saw from 2010, but I liked it a lot.
And I mean, we were actual children for like a pretty good part of that.
Yeah.
So,
but from the top of my head, I can say.
Yeah, it's good.
Possibly. I would probably throw it on there.
Yeah, I would. I wasn't even one of my favorites of that year.
Huh.
I don't think I would have put it on. I remember really liking it. I think my mom liked it too. Yeah. Anyways, yeah, it's pretty traditional in its writing. What do you think about the dialogue, specifically like Jake Gyllenhaal's dialogue?
His dialogue is. It feels very like this is how I expect someone who does not care about other people would talk to them. Like, because he's obviously pretending to be nice when he's trying to get something out of them, but he's doing it in a way where it's believable enough.
Yeah. And
so I think in that terms, I think it's well written. Like, I buy it. I do believe that's a real sociopath. I don't know what to call him. That's a real
I feel
person.
like it's like an ableist thing. I feel like to say that, right?
Yeah.
Anyways, he's there's a lot of like proper, like he speaks very properly.
Yeah.
Like highly, like to the point where it's like kind of uncomfortable, but then he'll like.
Especially when talking to Rick.
Yeah. And there's that one scene though where he sort of like breaks away from that. That's really interesting because you could see like his real emotions of hatred, where he's the guy Bill Paxton. I don't know the guy's name. He's like, I'm gonna get a second van.
Oh yeah,
and
yeah.
Then he's like, I'm gonna grab you by your ears and scream in your face. I'm not interested.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, yeah. What do you think about Rene Russo's character?
Like,
Do you think she's a bad person?
not at all.
No, no,
No,
no,
no.
no.
I think I think she's working for the news company, and sometimes maybe she's pushing things a little too far, like on what she should be showing.
Yeah. Well,
You know what?
Yeah.
She's enabling Jake Gyllenhaal's character to do all these awful things. So I guess in a bit she's bad, but I don't know. I think she's whatever she is. What she's like a director.
Yeah. I think so, something like that.
So she's just doing what she thinks is best for her company because they're doing bad, right? Like,
Yeah, and she has like she might get fired. As
yeah.
well,
So she's doing what she feels she has to do.
yeah.
But I don't know if I would say she's necessarily a bad person.
Well, there's that one line. It's pretty on the nose, right? It's that one line where he gets that footage from inside the house of all the murder victims, and then she asks the lawyer team. She's like,
Is it legal?
Is it? Yeah. She's like, how much of this can we show? And they ask, legally? No, morally. Of course, legally. So it's like, yeah, morals. What is that?
All right,
yeah.
Like, all right. Compared to a normal person, yeah, she's bad. But when I'm comparing her to Jake Gyllenhaal, I'm thinking, nah, she ain't that bad.
No.
She's not the one, like, breaking laws to get these shots.
How do you feel about the fact that they're a thing? Not really. They're not really like a thing, but like he's obviously like forcing.
Yeah.
Her
It's pretty gross.
Yeah.
But
you get it. No.
It's I don't know how to say this without making it sound weird.
Just do it.
It's great to watch.
Okay.
Jake like manipulating her in these ways, because at first she absolutely just shuts him down. She's being super nice about it, like, I'm not interested.
I'm twice your age.
Yeah.
And then he goes, I like older women in like a very stoic way.
Yeah. But like, I don't know. I really like how at first she's just being very polite, and then she like kind of putting her foot down, and then he's kind of like,
No.
yeah, you can't put your foot down. If you say no, I'm taking my business elsewhere.
Yeah.
And it's like, she's kind of feels trapped now. She has to do it. She's going to lose her job.
Yeah.
And it's like, man, that's awful.
Yeah.
It was awesome to see.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Brilliantly written.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But god dang, is that awful, dude. The relationship is sick. It's disgusting.
There's that, like, closer to the end, she's all like, this is great. Thank you. And it kind of feels like...
Like she's kind of getting feelings for him now.
Yeah. It's kind of weird. But it's more like she has feelings for, like, the footage and stuff.
Yeah.
And it's just kind of interesting. It's interesting. Yeah. Yeah. Rene Russo is, like... How old is she? Hold up. I think she's only, like, 20-ish years older than Jake Gyllenhaal anyway. So not twice the age, you know.
Yeah.
Just pointing that out.
It's an important note.
Jake Gyllenhaal actually looks pretty young, usually, but not in this movie because he's like super skinny.
Yeah, he's really skinny. He's got the greasy, slick back hair.
Yeah, great hair, man. He has great hair. Gonna have to point that out every single time.
Every time.
Every time. Yeah. There's at that point where he puts a man bun for some reason.
Yeah.
I don't know what. Is he trying to look like a hippie bicyclist or something?
Because he's doing the bike, right?
Yeah,
and he's gonna go pawn it off. So I think he wanted to be like, seem like he knows what he's talking about when he's trying to like get more money.
And he was bullshitting, but then like he messed up, saying this has 50 cycles or 50 what?
Yeah,
whatever. I don't know anything about bikes.
Same. I don't even know how to ride a bike.
Me either. Yeah. So there's that. What are we talking about? Acting. Yeah.
So,
a lot of people go, Jake Gyllenhaal should have been nominated for an Oscar.
I don't remember what got nominated that year.
Michael Keaton, Eddie Redmayne won. I think I can't. There's probably something else.
I mean, yeah. Personally, I do feel like it's pretty stand-up role. Like I was not bad an eye if that won.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or it was nominated.
Yeah.
Or at
Like
least
I liked his acting a lot in this.
once. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's nominated for a Golden Globe. But that's kind of meaningless.
Nice.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Rene Russo did great. Do you know who she is? What's her name? What was her name?
Nina?
Yeah.
Like, do I know her from anything else?
Yeah.
Not from the top of my head.
Yeah, me either.
All right. Yeah.
I think she was like in a few movies from like the 90s or 80s or something. Like she was in a movie called Tin Cup.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No idea.
Where not was before our time. Who else is in it? Bill Paxton. Do you know who that is?
Like in the movie?
Yeah.
I don't remember his name.
He's the driver guy. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's also
The guy he like basically kills.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Messed up.
yeah. That's suggested. Like it's not completely like on him, is it? It's suggested.
I don't know, man. If you cut someone's brakes, that's what he did, right?
Oh, they like pointed that out. Like he said, I cut his brakes.
I don't think he says it, but we see him underneath coming out of the van at one shot,
Yeah.
and then the van crashes and he
Nice.
starts filming it. So it's like I'm assuming he cut their brake line or something.
Nice.
So he kind of
Got rid of the competition the only way you can. It's like there will be blood, you know?
yeah.
Only the weak die. Yeah. I think he was in something else. Let me get my phone real quick.
All right,
I
sounds
think he was
good.
in something.
Wowza.
How much are we on? 30 minutes.
All right.
Let's see. Hold on. Bill Paxton. Oh, he was in Twister and Aliens and Titanic and the Terminator. None of those.
I mean, like, I don't know his role in any of those, so
yeah. Good stuff.
yeah, he's a cool guy though.
Yeah.
He plays this role very well.
And it's also like kind of like a sleazy guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Kind of gross. Yeah. Score we talked about already, I think enough. Cinematography. Cinematography. Yeah, how would you describe the sort of visual style of this?
God, what do I remember about it?
I think I remember yellow tones.
I remember. Yeah, yellow tones. I don't know, man. I'm trying to think.
It's a lot of steady cam.
Yeah, except when the shots where they show of himself recording, then it's very shaky.
It's from his point of view.
Yeah. Those are cool.
I wonder what that means.
That he's bad.
His point of view is fucked up. Yeah.
Hey, there it is.
There
Man.
it is. We're great at analyzing movies. Yeah, it's yeah. I think that's about it. Anyways, sort of like steady. Yeah.
Sounds good, man.
Editing. Can't remember the goddamn thing.
Can't remember a
No.
goddamn
No.
thing.
No.
Yeah.
It's good though. It was nominated for a BAFTA.
All right. Must be good.
It must be
You
really
did
good.
a good job.
Yeah. And directing. First time director, but he's like 60. Good job.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
I like it.
When I didn't know he was old, so when I first watched it, I thought it was like a young guy. I thought it was like a 30-year-old or something. And no, it's not. It's an old man. That's how
Yeah.
long it takes. That's how long it takes to get in there.
Ah, great, man. Great.
Yeah.
Never lose
So
hope.
I'll write a screenplay right now, and I'll direct it when I'm 70.
Fantastic, man.
When I have no more teeth and no more hair. Yeah,
Yeah.
great. Yeah. Do you want anything? Anything else? Anything else you want to talk about?
No, I think that's most of the things I gotta say.
All right. Yeah. Yeah. I think in general, like, it's a fine movie, and I don't agree with a lot of the, you know, like the sort of like, whoa, this is amazing, like people calling it a masterpiece and stuff. It's like it's a good movie, you know. It's a good movie that I think you put on Netflix, and that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like if this movie didn't have Jake Gyllenhaal, I would not like it as much. I feel like he kind of carries a lot of
The
it.
performance. you
Yeah,
mean?
because this whole movie is about watching him act the way he acts in
Yeah,
this.
yeah, yeah.
And, you know, if it wasn't someone as good as him, yeah. I don't think it would
You know, there was this.
it'd be as special.
It's not a bad screenplay, right? Not
Yeah,
at all.
Yeah.
Not close to being a bad screenplay, but I don't think it's like this groundbreaking writing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's just another version of the American Dream, dude.
yeah. It's what's it called? Rags to riches.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because at first he's just stealing stuff. He's broke. Yeah.
Yeah. He's stealing potholes.
Yeah.
He beats up a security guard.
Right? That's wild, man.
Yeah. He stole his watch. He stole. Steals. Stole. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, that's good.
It's good.
You
It's
guys
good.
should watch it if you
It's
guys
good.
haven't.
It's
If you
good,
guys
yeah.
haven't watched it and
It's
you
good.
listen to this, I don't know, man. That'd be weird.
Yeah. I some people have done that.
I try not
Yeah.
to. Every once in a while when it's like, oh, I don't really care about this movie, I'll go see what people say about it first
Yeah.
before I watch it. But if
Uh,
it's something I care about, nah. Never.
Yeah. I usually just like read the reviews on Rotten Tomatoes. And that's it. Yeah. This isn't something that'd be like, oh, you gotta watch. I wouldn't, yeah. Watch it if you want to watch it.
This is something I can be like to my non-movie friends.
Mhm.
And they're like, recommend me a good movie. And I gotta be like, all right, I can't pick something too artsy because then you'll think it's boring.
Yeah. And,
This
yeah.
fits that bill. Like
That's
they,
sort of like in the middle.
yeah.
Yeah.
Where
Oh,
I think someone who's not a super into film would be like, wow, this is great. Like I think they would actually might be blown away by it.
yeah.
Yeah.
It'd be like a good introduction to other movies.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And there's something about the marketing. The marketing involved sort of like marketing it like a mainstream movie, but also kind of like an indie movie. So it's like walking that tightrope too. There's also a thing where they had a Craigslist post for Lou, who's the character, Jake Gyllenhaal.
Yeah.
He also made a Twitter account for him, and they had him in the bio as like CEO of Video Production News, and you know they had a video of him as like a resume sort of thing. You know, he's like, and then he's like says, my philosophy is you got to make enough money to buy the. If you want to win the lottery, you have to make the money to buy the ticket first. Yeah, there we go. It's a good one.
Yeah.
All right. What would you change?
You know, I don't know if I would change anything. There's nothing offensive about the movie. I don't know if offensive is the right word. Nothing that offended me.
Yeah,
No,
like
that's still
bad,
not.
bad.
Yeah,
There's
yeah.
nothing bad in it.
Like there are things that are offensive, but they're supposed to be.
Yeah, I think it's fine the way it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like I wanted more from it because of the hype. That's what
Yeah,
it is.
yeah.
That's what it was for me. You know, it's the hype. If it wasn't hype so much, I probably would have liked it a lot more.
That's
Yeah,
weird, man.
yeah.
I've never heard hype for this movie, but I also don't like
Yeah.
look for it.
Well,
And back then I
yeah,
didn't like look.
exactly. At the time,
Yeah.
this was like everywhere online is like, oh my god, Nightcrawler.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
back then I didn't care about movies. I didn't even know.
Yeah,
I was just like, hey, this looks cool.
yeah. And I was just on Facebook too, or what the fuck? My dog just came in. The door was closed.
Let yourself in, man.
Yeah. Yeah, it was just on Facebook. On Facebook groups, everyone was talking about it. Blah 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 blah. Blah. Yeah, it's good.
Yeah, it's good.
I give it a solid 7 out of 10.
I'd probably give it an 8, maybe. I think I used to probably give this movie like a 10 back when I first watched it. I thought back then
Didn't you say you
was.
liked it more?
You know, I don't know.
I don't know.
I like it a lot. Yeah, through this conversation, I changed my mind now. Because I think back then I was like, wow, this is probably one of the best movies I've ever seen.
Yeah.
But now looking back, I can appreciate some of the more, like, cinematography. I can appreciate it more. So I like that aspect more. But at the same time, I'm like, but I've definitely seen better movies. I don't know. All right. I know what I'm trying to say. Back then it was a 10. Now it's an 8. I do still like it more. It's just that my appreciation of movies is at a higher standard now.
Oh. Fancy.
So, like, what I used to think was a masterpiece back then might not fit that bill now. But that doesn't mean that I like that movie any less. It just means my rating system has changed.
Yeah.
It has evolved.
Your taste.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I still do really like this movie.
Yeah.
And like I said, I do think I like it more than I liked it back then. It's just back then I thought this was
the creme de la creme.
Yeah, this was some peak stuff, man.
Yeah. That's probably what a lot of people still think.
Yeah.
Yeah. They like love The Big Lebowski and Shawshank Redemption.
Movies I've never seen.
I've seen The Big Lebowski. I haven't seen the Shawshank. But I know, like, holy shit.
Hey, how's it
oh
going?
my God. The dog just jumped on his lap.
Wonderful, man.
You're
wonderful.
13 years old. You can't be doing that. What am I saying? Oh, those are just like movies. People are like, man.
That is it, man. That is art.
Right there. And then they go on dates, and then they annoy girls with that shit.
It's great. I've been seeing a lot of stuff on Twitter about guys will take you on a date, watch a 3-hour-long movie where nothing fun ever happens, and then it's all these examples of movies like that. And it's like, yeah. That's that. You know, it's fine to like those movies, but you should know those are probably not good date movies.
Yeah.
At least not first dates.
Don't put on Fight Club for a date movie. Unless, you know, they also like movies.
Yeah. Then that's fine.
Put something lighthearted, for Christ's sake.
Yeah, it's a date. Like, your best option is probably a romance, you know?
Or, yeah, romantic comedy.
Yeah, like...
Or just a comedy in general.
Why would you put, like, Inception or something like that?
Or even just a horror movie.
Horror movies can be a fun date night, because
Yeah,
then they get scared. And
no,
then...
that's what I mean.
Oh, okay. I thought you were saying don't put horror.
No.
Yeah.
Go horror.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways, I've never dated. What am I saying? What am I talking about? Yeah. That's Nightcrawler. It's a good movie. It's on Netflix.
Go watch it. I like it a lot.
Yeah. A lot of people are checking out stuff because we're in quarantine.
Yeah.
But not
even
as
though
many,
some people aren't respecting the quarantine anymore.
And some people are getting evicted.
Man.
Anyway, this is not a political podcast. Sorry, we don't mean to laugh at the evictions.
Oh my God.
Yeah, anyways, yeah. So, you can follow me. I changed my handle.
You did. To your old one.
Yeah, one that I had a while ago, but like a long time ago. Anyway, so I don't know how that's going to work.
Yeah, people
With
are
all
going to
the
listen to
other
the old
episodes.
episodes, look for you, and you're not going to be there.
Yeah. I'm not going to plug into Twitter. Not entirely sure if I'm going to keep this new handle. So, yeah.
You can follow me, though, at Andy_030.
You might change your handle at some point, right?
I don't know. I don't think so.
All right.
At least not anytime soon.
All right. So, it's because like saying the other one kind of killed me inside. Cause I came up with it for an anonymous account first, and then I made it. Anyways,
you just gotta, go with the ironic approach of it, and be like, I'm being funny, you know?
That wasn't being funny. Anyways, yeah, thanks for listening.
Yeah. Good night. I love you.
4827 at Mason, Washington, requesting code 10 for 1.